Okay, so all right, bows and bow ties. Look at this situation. Oh my gosh. All right, bows and bow ties. It's a black opinionated woman, also known as a bow. So look, um, I'm home teleworking today, and I just happened to check YouTube. I actually had a couple of moments. I have people here doing some things at the house, so I came out here on my deck, and I saw one of the comments from someone that I really enjoy watching when I get a chance, and I really loved her comment. I don't like to bomb people out, but if you want to know, you just go ahead and check the comment section. And it had me re-triggered because I've had several conversations about what I'm getting ready to talk about, basically paying for college education. But see, it's bigger than that. Now, look, before I get into it, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Okay, now you guys need to stop with the shenanigans. All right. So if you're gonna come, you're gonna listen, just go ahead and subscribe. Just because I'm amazing. Now look, and hit the thumbs up. So look, this is what I was supposed to upload, but for some reason I cannot figure out why when I'm setting up a live that I can no longer upload my thumbnail at the same time. You were supposed to see this. Still irritated. You want to know why? Because that's where I'm at with it. I'm all the way irritated. Okay? Now look, I'll take it down in a second. Why am I talking about this again? When I talk about paying for education, it's really bigger than that. It's providing assistance to people behind us. It's leaving a legacy, not for just our immediate families, but for those who, other people, giving them opportunities to internships, giving them, whether it's your own children, helping them, get through college without being saddled with debt, and or helping some other child, even if it's just money towards books. Okay. So look, this is the thing. I'm really irritated. I'm sick and tired of this me mentality. We used to care about people. We used to have a sense of community. There is no sense of community. We got men and women warring about some shenanigans, like some of the dumbest stuff. Like if you listen to what people are arguing over, you're like, oh my gosh. Okay. It's disgusting. We talk to each other like trash. We have a me mentality. We don't even. It's so bad that we don't even want to help our own kids. You don't want to help your own child. And the reason why other communities continue to prosper and grow is because they have a community like mindset. They want to see each other prosper. Because when you help your brother or your sister, whether by blood or just this association, it helps everybody, it helps the community. It helps bring resource and richness and vitality to your community. I am so sick and tired of these ding dong people out here who look like me with some melanin. Well, I had to work hard, so they need to work hard. I'm like, well, that's a blessing that you worked hard and that you are in position to help other people. I remember when I actually would listen to the Boyce Watkins dude before I stopped listening to him because he was really irritating. I just kind of felt like I understand like there's a business, but then also if you know that your business is in teaching people about financial prosperity and that type of thing, and then the first thing you want to do is go gouge your people. I'm so sorry at my hair situation. I know. Look, I'm struggling with the. This is a problem. I don't even know. Okay, yeah, it's yeah. I'll figure it out. So anyway, I'm like, how can you possibly say that you want to do all these great things, but you're going to fleece the people, especially the people who have the least amount of money who really need it the most? They should be getting access for minimal or free. So when I talk about making sure that I am trying to put my children in position, let me just say I'm not talking about paying for them going to an $80,000 a year school, $70,000 a year school, Ivy League school. I'm talking about it could be a state school. And if they get into some school of their dreams and that if I can supplement, that's great. But what I'm not going to do is go broke over in my retirement because, we already established in a previous video, I am spoiled. I don't want to be stressed out. So what is going on out here? It's like the elements are like 40 days and 40 nights of crazy. The wind is like extra windy. So anyway, I just feel like this. You can't sit here and claim you care about the community, family, all the shenanigans that all these people out here are talking about, which they are full of crap. You can't tell me you care about the community when the first thing you do is you denigrate the community to each other. The second thing you do is you go outside the community and talk about how bad somebody is within the community. You make bad music, and you do all these. No, 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 no more. No. And now I'm going to say collectively, men and women, if you are sitting here saying that you are not going to help your child, now, help does not mean go put yourself in an outrageous amount of debt, but it can mean, hey, I'm going to help you get through community college, whatever it is. It's better than a zero. Our One of our biggest gifts is to get our youth, our children, our one of our greatest resources trained, whether it's through college, whether it's through some sort of trade. What is going on? I'm sorry, I am distracted by my own hair. Right now, let me just say this about trade, because I know, if you go look at one of my previous videos, maybe 6 months back, I can't remember, I made a video with a couple people on a panel. We talked about the trade schools and that type of thing. I am not anti trade school. I am not anti any of those things. I am pro education. And yes, I know not every child's going to go to college. But what I'm saying is, oftentimes there is an exception to every rule. But if you have to prove the exception, then what you're doing is, I mean, if you're going to talk about the exception, you're just really proving the rule. Oftentimes there is a um, limit, there is a ceiling. Okay. There is a ceiling from which your earning potential. All right. I'm calling a thing a thing. I'm calling a thing a thing. We need to stop. We got a whole bunch of people out here being selfish. You want to make sure your child gets educated. I'm not saying at the detriment of your retirement and your current livelihood. But for these ridiculous boomers out here, it's weird because it's like I love the older people, but they're so irritating. They make these statements backed by zero facts. Zero facts. It's like they get a couple of talking points and then they run with it. It's like one gigantic collective of groupthink. We're going to stop that. You need to go ahead and worry about taking care of our youth. Our youth need to go to college. You need to help with those things. We need to help with educating them about finances. We need to help them get started with creating retirement funds early, or retirement accounts early, and investing early. It starts early. My son started at 16, as far as like having a little IRA account or whatever it is, right? It's not that much money in it, but it's his. Just a little bit of money goes in there, it's a little bit of job. I think for me is we've lost our way. It's like so many of us feel like we have arrived now. And I'm like, I'm over it. I'm like, get out of my face. If you're going to start saying, oh, I care about the community, which I know is a lie, and nothing about what you're doing says I care about the community. It starts in your own house. It starts with both parents caring for their children, being present. It starts with, and I'm not talking about people going through bad relationships and breaking up. Things happen, but it's what you do after that. I'm just over it. All these people get on this moral high horse about, like, well, I had to work hard. You can still teach work ethic and still provide um, a boost, a helping hand. Anyway, that's all I have to say. I'm tired of the shenanigans. I feel like everybody needs to just take a chill pill. And look, if you don't want to hear what I have to say, you don't have to listen to it. Go listen to somebody else. I totally get it. These are my thoughts. They're mine. I'm allowed to have them. They came from my own mind. And I spoke them with my own mouth. All right. But what I will say is this: I would challenge people, Black people in particular, because there's other groups who may believe that, but like I would say collectively do a better job of supporting each other. But I would challenge Black people to make some better choices. What I don't want to hear is you tell me that, oh, I had to work hard. What good is it to work hard and not be able to help someone? I'm over the shenanigans. And if you're mad, just be mad. You're allowed to be mad. You're all the way allowed to be mad. Get out of your feelings. We need to stop telling people that they don't need to buy homes. I disagree with that. Now, you may not be in position to buy one, but telling people they don't need to buy homes, let me tell you something. One of the quickest ways to generate wealth is through home ownership. There's an exception to every rule. And the way things are going, we should be telling people to own land. All right. Well, make sure nobody's contacting me in my account. I'm just tired of people. People talk too much and just yammer on about some shenanigans, and they don't want to help anybody. It gets old. I'm like, shut up. All right. That's pretty much it. How do I get out? Where's my little outro? Because I haven't been on StreamYard in a while. All right. Leave a comment. Go ahead and subscribe because I'm amazing.